Taiwan's government is reportedly working out how it would keep its people fed in the case of a Chinese blockade. Jaime Ocon is live for us with the latest. Jaime, what are we hearing?
Well, Taiwan's legislature released some pretty rare details of how it's preparing in the case of an emergency like a blockade or a war. This report shows that Taiwan has been taking monthly inventories of things like food, and making sure they're properly stored and spread out across Taiwan in the case that maybe China's military encircles a country, as Beijing has threatened to invade Taiwan to bring it under its control. Now, this report, taking rice, for example, under law, Taiwan needs to have at least 3 months' worth of rice stockpiled in the case of a blockade. But this report shows that the Agriculture Ministry actually has 7 months' worth of rice stockpiled. And it's investing actually to make sure that as these supply stations spread across Taiwan to make sure they can distribute that food efficiently in the case of that crisis. The report also shows that Taiwan has been investing in the infrastructure to support fishing in ponds and rivers inside Taiwan. And the reason why that's important is because, well, Taiwan is an island and surrounded by the ocean, so that if China was to blockade Taiwan, Chinese Coast Guard ships and Navy ships would be kind of swarming the country around and making sure they can enforce that blockade. Some U.S. think tanks have done some analysis, some studies that Taiwan would be able to hold out in the event of a blockade for about 6 months before asking other countries like the U.S. potentially for assistance.
Jaime, is there any reason why Taiwan is talking about this now?
Well, first things first, there's no sign of any imminent blockade or any imminent attack. The reason why people are talking about this is because earlier this month, China conducted large-scale military exercises that pretty much simulated a blockade on Taiwan. Those came after Taiwan President Lai Ching-te's National Day speech on October 10th. This morning, Taiwan's Defense Minister Wellington Koo said that a blockade would be an act of war. And the Defense Ministry is actually concerned that one of these large-scale exercises could turn into a blockade before Taiwan and potentially even the United States has time to react. So all this talk about rationing food is just a way for Taiwan to kind of understand how to best prepare for a blockade, both from a military and also from a civilian standpoint.